Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Brotel. I'm bringing you guys another inheritance theory crafting video, the 5th in the series, and today I'm going to take a look at Seliph, our first premium hero. You guys all know the drill. We're going to go do a quick overview so you guys all know the strengths and weaknesses for the Heir of Light. So I think of Seliph as the defensive version of Alphonse, mainly because they have slight differences in stats and their weapons generate an effect at 50% HP. It's important to know how Seliph's weapon Turfing works compared to Alphonse's Volkvanger. Turfing is really unique as it activates during battle on both phases, while Volkvanger is basically a built-in Divine Attack 2, which only activates at the start of the player phase. But why is this important? Because it allows Seliph to stack more buffs. As for stats, he's built pretty bulky with one of the highest base HP in the game and decent defense. Base attack is excellent as it's the same as Ryuma's and Lucina's. Also, don't forget to include Turfing's weapon might. It's a weapon with 16 might, so it gets his attack to a pleasing 50 total attack. Of course, all heroes can't be the best at everything. Seliph suffers from atrocious speed and resistance. He's tied for the lowest speed among the red sword units, and combined with the low resistance will make him very vulnerable to mages and dragons. So I got two builds for Seliph. For this build, the best IVs are plus defense and minus resistance. Minus resistance loses less matchups compared with minus HP or minus speed. Again, Turfing has that 50% HP effect that boosts his defense, so we want to synergize that effect with other 50% HP skills. That's why I include Define Defense 3 and Advantage 3. With Turfing, Define Defense, and Threaten Attack, Seliph will essentially total at 49 defense. I believe every single axe hero does 0 damage to him, even Hector. Lucina and Ryuma only deals 2 damage to him. They bring him down from 22 to 20 HP. He becomes this defensive monstrosity. When you get his special up, Bonfire deals a bonus damage of 22 and Ignis will deal 35. The reason I chose Bonfire over Ignis is because Seliph is so slow that it's almost impossible for him not to get doubled. So whenever he attacks, he's going to build up 3 charge and ready his special for his next attack. That's why I'm using Vantage instead of Brash Assault. It allows Seliph to counterattack on the enemy's turn and activate the special to deal that 22 bonus damage. I think Brash Assault is okay for this build. It may be better for plus attack Seliph to go Brash Assault because the plus defense version has a tough time two-shotting a lot of heroes. If you do decide to run Brash Assault instead of Vantage, I would recommend using Ignis instead of Bonfire because most of the time I think both of the specials will proc at the same turn, so might as well go with the one that deals more damage. At 50% HP with Bonfire, Seliph can one-round KO 96 heroes in the game. Obviously, Seliph is going to run into trouble against mages. He can one-shot a few green tomes and a couple of red tomes, but on the receiving end, he dies to every single blue mage besides Odin. Here's the sacrificial list. All the skills are accessible from 4 stars and the total amount of SP is 1920. Here's the last build. This build runs plus attack minus resistance IVs. So for this one, we keep Turfing, Brash Assault, then add Draconic Aura and Defiant Attack. This is kind of similar to the first build, but I gave Seliph Defiant Attack and Draconic Aura instead. It'll be more of a offensive approach to the build while still keeping bits of those defensive stats from Turfing. At 50% HP, Seliph's attack will increase to 60 from Defiant Attack 3, and when Draconic Aura procs, it will deal 20 extra damage. Type C is flexible. You can choose from many things. You can add in Threaten Defense to increase the damage output. Defensively, this build isn't too bad. At full HP, Seliph will only get 1 round KO'd by mostly Blues, Kagero, Young Tiki, Tharja, Carol, and Ogma. The stats for this build at 50% are 73 wins, 14 losses, and 32 draws. I try to look for something better than Brash Assault while synergizing with Turfing. Swordbreaker doesn't really synergize with Turfing, but it does okay. We're talking about 54 wins and 10 losses, then Seliph does considerably worse after 50% HP, dropping the results down to 30 wins and 28 losses. I think Vantage might be the only other skill I would recommend, but you might as well go for the first build at that point. Here's the sacrificial list. It's going to be at least 870 SP. Of course, it's going to cost more depending on what type of skill you put in the Type C slot. Alright guys, that's it for the Seliph inheritance. He's a really wonky hero to inherit skills for. There wasn't really much options to give him. Usually heroes have a lot to choose from in the A slot, but it seems very limited to him. You don't want Fury 3 on him because I think he actually receives more damage from the Fury effect than from enemies. Swordbreaker and Quick Riposte are alright on the B slot, but they don't synergize well with Turfing, and Seliph becomes so much worse at 50% or lower HP. I'm sure the first build is undoubtedly good, but the second one might need a little bit of tweaking. Let me know your suggestions in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.